Articulate your words clearly. Enunciate your words clearly. Some people do this beautifully, do this brilliantly, do this in an outstanding fashion. Some people you're like, what? Huh? What do you say? Anybody here see the final in that 3-series Batman movie? The one where Bane was the villain? Tom Hardy? He was okay, you won't get this thing, but just look at some videos on YouTube and look up Bane and Batman. And the fact of the matter is, one of the hilarious parts of that, because I'm a big superhero fan, but one of the hilarious parts was when they made that movie and they had filmed much of it, somebody came back and asked the question, I can barely understand what Bane's saying. Because the thing about Bane as the villain is he has his mask. And so he was talking in ways you couldn't always understand what he was saying. And this is kind of how he sounded. He was talking all the time. And so they literally had to go back and clean up the entire movie in terms of his dialogue so people could understand what he was actually saying. He was not, with that mask, enunciating his words very effectively. That's how he was talking. And it was like, what? Huh? Can we get some subtitles on the screen or something? You couldn't understand what he was saying. So enunciate your words. If necessary, reduce your rate of speech. I'm the person, one of the people, that had to work for a long time at reducing his rate of speech. I think I've been fairly effective at it. And one of the things that I've done, and I've actually combined two things. I've combined the idea of being in the moment with the idea that you have to focus on your words as you articulate them, as you enunciate them, so that people can understand what you're trying to say as you put those words together and as each of those words is put together and forms a sentence. Because the thing with me is, I'm a person that gets real excited about talking about stuff like this, so it's real easy for me to really start talking really fast because I get excited and I go off on tangents and I want to talk about all kinds of different things. And for example, Tim and I were talking about cycling earlier, and there's nothing I find more exciting than cycling, and I love talking about things like where do you ride and what events do you participate in, and I coach people, and I love to talk about the different kinds of things we can do to improve our performance. And I know that Tim and I, when we were talking about, he actually has a cycling touring company. I've wanted to find out about it as much as I can, and I wanted to make sure that I found out how I might get involved in that, and I'm thinking about going on some tours, and I'd love to actually talk more to him about that, and I want to talk to him more about some of the things that I love to do as a cyclist. And it's just, was I talking too fast? And I did that on purpose right then, but that's actually how I would talk at times. I had to very, very consciously think, slow down. You're talking too fast, nobody can follow that.